Hello folks, and welcome to the Cspect from Next by HdfmGooey.
So what is py-hdfm-gooey? It's a front-end interface for the Cspect emulator written by Mike Dailly for the Cspect from Next. It provides an interface very similar to HDFMGooey, written by emOOK, but this is a complete rewrite in Python language using Qt and PySide library. It allows you to transfer files from your physical machine to the emulator image file, which is a kind of ISO that will be loaded into the Cspect emulator. So you can copy files back and forth. For this, it uses behind-the-scenes tool called HDFMonkey by Matt Westcott, and it gives you a nice file explorer experience. The key second option is to use NextSync, that has been written by Jari Komppa, that allows you to transfer files over the network, your local one, if you have a KS1 or 2 or clone. And for this, you need, of course, to have a Wi-Fi ESP module. Again, it provides you a file explorer experience. The tool works both on Windows. Here we will be showcasing this using Windows, but you can also use Linux, Mac OS, and of course it requires Mono to be installed, as its Cspect is written in C#. Let's move on and see how all this works. First thing we're going to need, obviously, is the Cspect emulator. So you can download it here on itch.io. You can give some support to Mike for this great emulator. Here I have a local copy. I'm going to extract it, unzip it, whatever extracting tool you have. And now you should have a local copy. Next, you need to download Python from python.org. Here I'm going to download the latest 3.12 and run setup. I choose to add the python.exe to the path, which makes your life easier, and install now. And then I disable path limit and click next, can continue, let it run. Next step is to install the PySide library, which we're going to do using command line in Python, using the pip command. So for this, we're going to start a command shell, run as administrator, and we're going to cd into the directory where we have the tool installed, or anywhere actually. And we're going to run python-m space pip space install space PySide 6, which are the Qt controls. If it's installed successfully, you should see the successfully installed PySide 6 message. Next, we're going to download py-hdfm-gooey from GitHub. All the links are provided in the comments below. Here you're going to choose the initial release source code, unzip, extract, and pick the PNG file and the Python file. That's all you need. So .png, .py. And copy that in your Cspect folder that you extracted previously. Now we're going to cd into that Cspect directory and run python py-hdfm-gooey. And here we have an error because HDFMMonkey is not installed yet. So you can either click the automatically install button. It may fail if you don't have any network, for example. So in that situation, you just want to close the UI and download a pre-compiled library there. And again, extract HDFMMonkey in the Cspect directory and run again. We're almost there. We can see the tool is happy in the log window. What we need next is ISO images or image file. And for this, you need to go to the Cspect from Next online Cspect, and you will pick something like the 2 GB zip file. Again, extract. And here you will have 3 files. So you want to pick all these, and again, copy these 3 files into your Cspect directory. So these are the ROMs and the actual ISO file that will be loaded by the Cspect emulator. Copy that, same directory. We are getting there. So let's pick our image now, Cspect next, and boom, we have everything. So we can see the file explorer on the left, and on the right side, your image that has been loaded. To make things life easy, let's create a shortcut on your desktop. So right-click on your desktop, new shortcut. And here we click Browse button. And we navigate to the Cspect directory where we have the py-hdfm-gooey.python file. But this is the one you want to pick. And click Next. Now you have a shortcut. Let's do some demos. So my first demo here will be to create some folders on my root on my C drive to copy files back and forth to the ISO file. So I create some directories here. Temp, next image temp. Now that we have created the directory structure on our physical machine, we are going to copy files from the image file on the right. So here I go to Games, Next, just for random demo. Select the temp directory we created on your physical machine, and then hit the left button here on the middle of the window. And now we can see if we navigate using the file explorer of Windows, we can see we have all our files stored locally. Yay. Now let's delete that and do something the other way around, like creating a text file on my physical machine. Hello, next. Put some content in there just to make it non-zero length. Save that. And here you can see every time you select something on the left side, on the bottom, you see that what has been selected. So you need to select the source on the left side and then click the right button in the middle. And you can see now that the hello text file has been copied. You can create folders, and here you can change the name. And you can delete folders as well. When you select delete, everything is deleted recursively. So be careful. This deletes everything into the directory and subdirectories. And we can see we are copying files again to the SD card. So we are good. For sound to be played using Cspect, you need that OpenAL library. So download from OpenAL, extract and zip, and run the setup while inst. Very simple. Click yes. OK. And you're good. Now Cspect should be able to play the sound on your machine. So let's do some demos. Let's play some actual games. You can see on bottom left, you can launch Cspect. Aha, small window. By default, the screen size is x1. So you can select x4 and start Cspect again. All good. You can either escape or close the window. Here you have different buttons to turn on joysticks, and see the config file where py-hdfm-monkey stores its configuration. So you can modify that if needed. And now it's about time to play a game. So let's start Cspect. Launch Cspect, bottom left. Select our game. Browse. Games. Next. Night. Hey!
Voila!
And our next step is to show how to set up NextSync. So we go to Jari, Komppa, and NextSync repo and download the NextSync latest build. In that zip file, you'll find the dot folder, which contains 3 files: sync, sync fast, sync slow, and copy that to your next SD card in the dot folder, since these are dot commands. Extract and copy, and then eject the SD card. Put it back in your next, and put it up. Start your next. On my physical machine, I'm going to run ipconfig. And I need an IP address which is on my local area network. Okay, here we have 10.0.0.38. This is what I'm going to use and configure NextSync on my Spectrum Next to connect to. Back on my Spectrum Next, I'm going to go to Apps, Wi-Fi, and Setup, and Wi-Fi 2.baz. Run it. I have Wi-Fi set up on my Spectrum Next already, and I can see that my next IP address is 10.0.0.35. Now I turn back to the NextSync tab and select the Way of the Exploding Fist latest build I just downloaded to send it to my next. So I select the source, I have copied it into the temp folder, NextSync, Way of the Exploding Fist. And you can see on the right side, my machine again is 38, and I'm going to click Sync Once to make sure I just sync once and hit the Prepare Sync server. You may see some warnings, how many files going to be selected and saved, and hit Yes Start. First time you need to allow Python to connect to the network, so you need to select Allow. And now we can turn back to our next machine, physical machine, and run the .sync command. Press Enter, and it's trying to connect to 10.0.0.40, which is wrong actually, because we saw that my physical machine is .38. So we need to run the .sync command in that scenario, because it's my config has changed from previously, and run 10.0.0.38. Press Enter, which is the right address. And you can see the configuration is saved. So the configuration is persisted. And I can simply run .sync. And if NextSync is running on my machine, on my physical PC, we can see we are transferring files from the Way of the Exploding Fist. When you are using NextSync, you will see that you have a log window that shows you where you are at the transfer, and that's it. So now, let's see if that all works. I have the Way of the Exploding Fist, and I'm going to start it. And we can see that my physical machine is happy. One thing I do is I select sync once only, and every time I run the sync, after the sync, the server side, which is the Python application, is going to stop. We're trying to sync again. We can see we have a sync point.dat, which is a kind of dictionary where we are at, what we have synced. And every time you want to sync, you need to click Prepare Sync, and you need to do Start Sync. On the left side, you will see you have buttons like create a syncing node file, or a sync point, or delete the sync point, so you can fully sync again. And when everything is fully in sync, we can see that there's nothing else to sync, like here. So we're all good. This concludes this demo. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you will enjoy Py Hdfm Gooey. Have a good day.